Hey guys, Christmas has come back to American Truck Simulator. We're currently up here at the Snowy Peak Mountain Resort in Winterland, and we've picked up a load of gifts that are headed out to Bend, Oregon. Now, I already have a portal marked out on the map, so we just need to drive, looks like 22 miles over to that portal. And that will take us back to the main map. Should put us within relatively 100 miles, give or take, of Bend. Get that delivered and that's done. That's one. And we need to complete 15 loads to or from Winterland. We are up on top of a mountain. This is probably more of the higher parts here in Winterland, and you can see the depth of the snow. So we're lucky that we got this plowed out for us, because otherwise I don't see any way that we would have been able to make this happen. Turn here. Now we do have a few winter driving physics. It is just a touch slippery. Like, you're not going to skid out of control by any means, but yeah, there is a little bit of physics to the snow driving. Alright, so we'll just drive up here a little ways. Enjoy the scenery, because it's absolutely beautiful out here. Here comes an oncoming car. We'll have to be careful of him. That is a new addition to Winterland. There's never been traffic here before, that I remember at least. And I've noticed that all the vehicles are painted seasonal. So they have, looks like they're wrapped in gift paper or whatever. They're very seasonal looking. It's really neat. And so it's a welcome addition. Makes the area feel a little more alive up here. So we'll have to be careful. We'll have to watch for oncoming traffic while we're in third-person mode there, taking some cool shots. But alright, looks like we're going to take a right turn once we get up here. Now, this is not my first load today. Today was the first day I was actually able to get into the event. I've been so busy, haven't been able to play anything, so we're finally getting to record this on the 18th of December. I think I've done 5 loads. This might be my 6th load, I'm not sure, but I think it's my 6th load. So, the plan for the channel is going to be to showcase the 5 locations up here in Winterland, and you know, I'm not going to show every load, so we're looking at maybe two or 3 episodes for the Christmas event. We'll make sure we showcase everything there is to showcase, though, so if we need more, we'll do it. Alright, before we zone through here, we'll talk about the truck a little bit. You can see I have it all decked out for Christmas. We got a Santa paint job, and we have Christmas lights on the truck. Once we get up here in the portal, I'll show you the inside. On the inside, we have a Christmas tree on the dash and some Christmas bells. Over there we have a couple mittens and a hat. And in the back we have a Christmas blanket and pillow. So that is the extent of my decorations. I actually think I think there might be a Christmas cup down there. But anyway, so we'll have rewards for this year too. I'm not sure what they are, but we'll probably find out in a later episode. So let's shut this down, and we'll go ahead and zone through. And when we come out, we should be in Oregon. Okay, let's get this fired up. And get out on the road. Just this way. I think this is the way we want to go. Yep. Okay, it's looking good. Let's get this pulled up. So we only have 32 miles to go. We got 32 miles to go to get to Bend. Make that delivery, and that would count as 1. And while we're there, we'll see if there's another one there that we can pick up. And then we'll drive back to Winterland, and that'll be 2. So it's pretty fast to get your 15 loads done. here we go. Let's head towards Bend. See the lights on the Christmas tree on the dash? Pretty neat. So each episode I'll try to decorate the truck and with different items I've acquired throughout the years, just so you can get a look at them. Every year I feel like there's a paint job. This paint job actually on the truck, that's from the Christmas DLC. That's not even from... That's not from any event. Anybody can get that. So if you buy the Christmas DLC, that's like one of 5 or 6 paint jobs you'll get with that. It's probably my favorite one in the pack. It's a good one. Alright, we're just getting into... What did that say? That was a long name. We were going a little bit too fast to read it. Just some small town outside of Bend, Oregon. I highly recommend this event, though. I feel sorry for the console players out there. Sorry, Rebel. Sorry you're not able to do this year. Hopefully the game comes out early next year, so you guys are able to get in and start contributing to these events and experiencing them. It should definitely be out by next year, though, I would think. So you should be able to get out there and get trucking in it next year. I wonder if they'll make some of the previous rewards available somehow to console players, or if they'll just be exclusives for now. I hope they add them in, because there's a lot of cool things you can get, like these lights on your truck. That's pretty neat. I think the only way to get it is from an event. I don't think they're in the DLC at all, so I mean, everybody should have access to that. We need to get over. We're in a bad spot. We need to take that exit right there. We got a little bit of traffic. Hey, that guy's gonna let us over there. What a nice guy. Thank you. Thank you for that, sir. Alright, we got about 6 miles to go. It says 27 minutes. Seems like a long time, doesn't it, for that short of a drive? Are they anticipating a bunch of stoplights or something? Well, here's the first one. So, one thing I didn't comment on yet was we're back in the Freightliner Cascadia. I wanted to get this back out to up my miles on it. We're at 38,272, and I really try to get my trucks to 40,000. So I'd like to get this to 40,000, then place her back in the garage, and then we'll probably get back in the 49X and start working on its miles. I bought that truck to be my logging truck, and it's all set up for logging. So I actually might keep that in the garage. Maybe we'll buy a new truck. Maybe we'll buy a brand new truck and hit the road in that once this gets to 40,000. I'm thinking it'll probably take us most of this event to get us to 40,000. So we'll be in this for the next, 2 to 3 episodes here in Winterland. When I go back to Louisiana, I might get back in the 49X, because I like the look of that truck with the flatbed. And from the comments, I know that Rebel also likes the look of that. Actually, that's the truck that he wants to use. That's the truck and trailer combo he wants to use when he gets the game, when it finally comes to PlayStation. I know Rebel very much looks forward to my ATS videos, so I get excited to make them for him. I think his wife likes him too. If I remember correctly, he said in a comment once that she was looking forward to the Christmas event. So, Missy, hope you enjoy our more trips we're going to take through the Winterland event. This says 3 miles and still 15 minutes, so I don't know where we're going to be driving. But we got a green light. Can we make it? Probably not. Probably not. We are sure going to try. We're going to push it. We're going to push this old girl. There we go. We did it. I didn't think there was any way. Okay. Couple miles left. I think I see the GPS marker up here for our delivery point, so we should almost be there. When you switch trucks, at least to me, it does feel like I'm driving a different truck. They seem to all react just a little bit different. Let's see if we can hold that yellow light. Okay, nice. Thought for sure we might be getting a red light ticket there. But yeah, I feel like they all drive differently. Alright, we are going to be turning right up into here. I guess it's at the red light. I thought maybe it was before it, but it's at the red light here. This trailer kind of reminds me of Best Buy. I swear 20 years ago, their advertisements might look something like that, except for instead of saying 2025 there, it would say Best Buy. So let's get turned up here and get this dropped off, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll be able to find a load out of the same place and head right back to Winterland. We will try to find maybe a different portal though. Okay. I think we're good. It looks good. Alright, here we go. Alright, Eddie, we got a load of Christmas gifts, mountain Christmas gifts for you. Eddie's grocery store, getting ready to stock the shelves. Alright, let's pull up here. Stop, and let's just do an easy park job here. I want to get rolling on to the next load in this job, so we're gonna make it go just a little bit faster. Drop this trailer right here. There we go. And that is done. 57 miles, took us about 23 minutes. And, oh shoot, okay. Now let's see if we can find another load out of here. When you're in that screen, you can actually go to the current company, and then you don't have to drive anywhere else to find one. But we did find one. We have some Christmas outdoor clothing that needs to go. That needs to go back to Snowy Peaks. So it'd be nice to go somewhere else, but we could definitely go back there if we have to. Let's refresh this once and see if we... Looks like everything's just to Snowy Peaks. Alright guys, found a load to North Star in Winterland. So we are going to go pick up this trailer, and we'll be able to take that one back with us, and that'll get us a different delivery location up there. So let's see, it looks like it's about 5 miles away, probably back around the way we came. Let's go ahead and get this turned around, and we'll head on over there, pick up our new trailer. Alright guys, we're going to bobtail over there another 5 miles, and I'll meet up with you once we get over there. Alright guys, we have our trailer loaded, and talk about Best Buy commercials. Just looks like a Best Buy commercial. Really cool though, I like the ugly sweater theme on the trailers. They're all pretty close to the same, and they just have... they're different colors and maybe slightly different patterns, but yeah, it's very neat. Alright, so we need to go to our map and need to find the next portal out of here. Let's see. There's one up here. That'll probably be the one we take. Alright guys, we are out of town, and we are on our way to the portal. Should be a nice easy drive. We got about 21 miles left. It's 2:08, and I am looking forward to when the sun sets and it gets dark, because Winterland at nighttime is pretty amazing. They do a great job of decorating it with all the Christmas lights and things like that. So you guys will really enjoy that when we get up there and it's dark. Probably not in this episode, probably the next one. We don't ever have to rest or fuel ourselves, because every time you go through a portal, it fixes your truck and it refuels your truck and it resets your sleep. So just one of the many benefits of these seasonal events they have. Alright, so we have a left turn coming up here somewhere. Alright, I see our portal on the map, so there's a rest area over here, that sign said. Let's drive up here. I think it's also a scenic view, so let's see what it looks like. Truck and RV parking. Okay, let's pull up here. What do we have here? Pavilion. Probably a little rest stop over there, go to the bathroom. Maybe some vending machines. But as far as scenic views go, boy, I don't know. I have to go back and read the sign. Alright, that is the portal. Let's go ahead and head through it. Alright, looks like we have 42 miles to go until we get to North Star. Now, I think North Star is the post office. You guys hear those sound effects for the snow? The tires on the snow? That is spot on. They did a really good job with that effect. It's a good looking rig right there. That trailer matches my truck pretty well. Sound like there might be a second engine behind us here. No, it's just my imagination. Alright, let's turn right here. I think it's the town of North Star. It's pretty neat. It's on a lake. And it's decorated nicely. It'd be cool if we were going there in the dark. Might have to take a trip to all the locations in the dark just to see what they look like. What are we at? We're at 3 p.m. now, a little after 3 p.m. So I think our next trip out of here, when we come back, it should be getting dark. Let's slow down and try to get a look at this car as it goes by. That's pretty neat. Let's have a look at the map. Okay. So how are you guys liking Winterland so far? Are you enjoying it? I wonder if there's any hidden roads out here, like there are on other maps, like the main map, and there's, you know, a couple of hidden roads that we needed to find in Brackenreach back for the Halloween event. I wonder if there's any hidden roads out here. Let's keep my eye open. Ooh. We slid a little bit there, it felt like. Alright guys, now one thing I've never done is taken this little side road, so we're gonna do that today. We're gonna take this off and we'll see this for the first time together. Looks like we got some snow blowing around up there. Ooh. Okay. Ice road truckers, I guess. Or are we supposed to drive this across the... Can we do that? Let's see. How many of you guys watch Ice Road Truckers? Well, that's pretty cool. But are we going to be able to get back up once we get out here? Okay, I did not plan for this to happen at all. Hopefully there's a way up out of here. Over here. Let's look at our GPS. There might be something up here. It kind of looks like there might be a road that leads to it, hopefully. But I had no idea. This is like maybe the third, fourth year for this event. I've never driven down here before. I don't even know what made me think to do it. Alright, so we are going to try to go between these two frozen buoys. Yeah, it looks like we might be able to get up right there. Well, that's freaking cool, man. I didn't have any idea that we were going to be able to do that today. Okay. There we go. We don't want to lose control. Okay, yeah, it slid a little bit. Alright, let's see. See the boat? Like, if you look at the boat, if you see close, see the Christmas lights on it? So they decorate this up real nice for winter time. Alright, here's our delivery point right up here. North Star Post Office. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to go all the way out and turn this sucker around. See what we can do. Alright, we got that turned around, and let's pull back in there. See if we can hit this just right. Yeah, we should be able to get this. No problem. What is that? What is that? Okay, so one thing I know, down here in the village, the Christmas market, they'll send Chinese lanterns into the air. Is that what those are, the Chinese lanterns that get sent up there? That's a cool effect if they actually do that. I've never noticed that before, but I bet that's what that is. Alright, let's disconnect this. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed driving around Winterland with me. If you did, hit that like button. Let myself and YouTube know that you enjoy the content here on the channel. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And if you ring the notification bell, you won't miss any of my future uploads. Alright, I hope everybody has a good day. Thanks again for watching my video, and I will see you guys on the next one.